Mani Pradpana Sahasra Vikrita Vishvam Bharamandalayanantaya Nagarajaya Namaha. And exhale, release the hands. Inhale, spread the back of the body as you reach the arms up. And then exhale, dive the pubic bones way back and get as much length as you can as you descend. Then inhale, lift the gaze, and exhale, step back and lower slowly to Chaturanga. Inhale, when you're ready, wave up, roll the shoulders back to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale back, Adho Mukha, with deep rhythmic breath. Tracing the breath with your attention through the full length of the body. Starting with the feet, rising up through the pelvis, behind the belly, into the heart, all on the inhale. And then from the heart, forward and out on the exhale. So through the skull, through the arms and hands, back into the earth. One more. And then come forward to your feet and inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Press the shoulders forward. And exhale, back to the beginning. Again, inhale, broadening the back of the body as you reach. And exhale, keep the length as you go down. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine. And exhale, when you're ready, go back and lower to Chaturanga. Inhale, waving up and roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. And exhale to downward facing. Now, as you trace the breath with your attention, let the spine gently move and undulate with that rising movement of the breath. So at the beginning of each inhale, you might drop your tailbone just a little so that the breath can rise through the pelvis. As you exhale, you might lift the pubic bones high and let the heart and the head fall back toward the earth. Go all the way to empty, then come forward to your feet and inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up and reach. And exhale, back to the beginning. Once more like this. Inhale, getting broad. And exhale, slowly, all the way down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, waving up. And exhale, go back, downward facing. At the beginning of each inhale, as you drop your tailbone, you might pull back and up on the musculature just beneath the belly, creating a feeling of scooping up the front of the sacrum, hollowing it out, and bringing the support of the earth up to the altar of the heart. Let the heart lift and spread with every inhale. Drop and empty with every exhale. Go all the way out, then come forward to your feet. Inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up. Reach and exhale, back to the beginning. Then take a free breath here. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the earth. Inhale and reach to Utkatasana. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, waving up. And exhale, go back through downward facing, step the right foot forward, then inhale and reach to Virabhadrasana. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back through Adho Mukha, step the left foot forward, then inhale and reach. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back. Adho Mukha. Letting the heart and head rise and fall in sequence. Letting the entire rib cage open. Spread with the inhale. Letting the spine get even longer as it reaches in both directions. On the exhale, one more. All the way to empty then. Come forward to your feet and inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, reach to Utkatasana. Stand tall, exhale through Samastitihi, touch the earth again. Inhale and reach. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, uncoil. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, wave to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, go back through Adho Mukha, step the right foot forward. Inhale and reach. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, go back through Adho Mukha, step the left foot forward. Inhale and reach. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. And exhale back. Downward facing. Listening closely to the sound of the breath as it slides through the hollow spaces of the body. All the way to empty, then come forward to your feet. Inhale, get length. And exhale, fold. Bending on the knees deeply. Inhale and reach to Utkatasana, stand tall. Exhale, bend the knees, touch the earth again. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift your sitting bones high. And then exhale, fold to Uttanasana. Maybe take the hands back behind the feet. And breathe. Keep the front of the pelvis hollow. Keep lifting the in-breath up to the back edges of the sitting bones, letting the out-breath slide down the spine through the skull into the earth. One more exhale to empty. Then inhale, lift the gaze. And exhale, go back to Chaturanga. Inhale, waving up. And exhale, go back through downward facing. Step the right foot forward between the hands for Trikonasana. So take your left hand back and then up. And breathe. With each inhale, Lift the support from the earth up through the legs and pelvis into the heart. And as you exhale, let the breath radiate out in every direction. One more inhale. And then exhale, shift the weight forward into the right foot and right hand for Ardha Chandrasana. Take the left hand forward and then up. Spread the back of the body broadly. Finding stability by staying connected to the Apana pattern. One more inhale. And as you exhale, turn and fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale back through Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward, Trikonasana, second side. Take the right hand back and up. Now, as always, inhaling up into the heart from the lowest places in the body, and letting the exhale radiate outward in every direction. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, transition to Ardha Chandrasana on the second side. Getting long through the back of the spine, maybe flexing your back heel, the back ankle rather, and pressing through the heel to help get more length. One more inhale here. And then exhale, turn and fold over the line of the left leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, waving up. And exhale, go back through downward facing. Step the right foot forward. Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolve triangle. So turning to your right with the left hand down. Keep drawing your right hip back and in. Keep the tailbone heavy. Narrow the front of the pelvis. Hollow underneath the belly. One more full breath here. And inhale once more, getting length. And exhale, shift the weight forward. Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. Left hand down to the floor. Reach the left foot and the right hand up and back. Staying as long as you can through the center line. Maybe shifting your center of gravity back somewhat to help get even more reach through the spine. One more inhale. And exhale, turn, descend, and fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, go back through Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward. Parivrtta Trikonasana, second side. Turning to your left. Using the inhales to get length through the spine. using the exhales to deepen into the twist. As you exhale, shift the weight forward into Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana. So right hand to the earth, reach the left hand high, and the right foot back behind you. Gaze to the side or even into the sky and breathe. One more inhale here. And then exhale, turn, descend, and fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back. Through Adho Mukha, step the left foot forward. Digasana. Lift the right foot back and up behind you. And the idea here is to get one long line from the crown of the head to the back foot. So you're not necessarily reaching your foot as high as you can, but trying to position the leg so that it's aligned with the reach of the spine. The gaze is softly forward and down. One more inhale here. And then as you exhale, let that right foot start to descend. And then bring it out in front of you as you inhale. Reach the hands high above the shoulders. Pull back and up underneath the belly. Make yourself as tall as you can be. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, turn to the right. You can bend your right knee if you like, or you can keep the legs straight and catch the heel with the left hand. If possible, gaze straight out to the side, keep the chin up. Keep the crown floating high. One more inhale. And then slowly release. Last variation of Digasana, turning forward with the heart and the pelvis squaring toward the earth, reaching the hands way out to the sides, spiraling internally through the back leg just enough so that you feel a broadening across the back of the pelvis. One more. And inhale, take the hands back. And exhale, fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, go back through Adho Mukha. Step the right foot forward. Digasana sequence, second side. So the left leg is aligned now with the reach of the spine, which may or may not be parallel to the earth. That'll kind of depend on your proportions, among other things. But the important thing is to feel the reach through the axial line, unbroken, from the crown through the back foot. And a sense of remaining hollow in the front of the pelvis. One more inhale here. And as you exhale, let the left foot descend. Inhale, bring it out in front of you and reach. pulling back and up under the belly. And broadening through the back of the body. One more inhale. And exhale, turn to your left. You can bend that left knee and take the hand to the outside of the knee or hold the foot, whatever feels more natural. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Square the pelvis and the heart down toward the earth. Into the final Digasana position. One more inhale, take the hands back. And then exhale, bend the knee, fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale through Adho Mukha. Step the right foot forward between the hands for Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reach the arms up. Focus on grounding through all four corners of each foot. Feel how that stable connection helps you to lift the support of the earth through the center of the body. With the next exhale, release the hands down, interlace them behind you. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. Then exhale, lunge forward and reach the hands overhead. Into the B position. Gazing back. You can let your head go really close to the floor, but keep the weight in the feet. One more exhale. And with the next inhale, come up and open to the side for the C position. Squaring the pelvis as much as possible to the left side of the mat, keeping your external rotators engaged so that there's a feeling of the tailbone dropping and the back of the pelvis broadening. One more full breath here. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the right arm up so it continues the line of that leg. Slide the left hand down the back of the left leg and then bend the front knee again into Viparita Virabhadrasana. Keep the gaze straight out to the side rather than up toward the sky or back to the hand. Just gazing out on the horizon to the left of your center. Inhale once more, getting reach. And exhale, wind the hands down and fold over the line of the front leg. Then inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back through Adho Mukha. Step the left foot forward, same thing, second side. Inhale to Virabhadrasana. Lifting support from the earth to the heart with every inhale. With the next exhale, bring the hands down. Interlace the fingers behind you, straighten the front leg, roll the shoulders back. Then exhale, come down and reach the hands overhead. Lunging a little deeper with each exhale. Keeping the gaze back toward the back foot. One more. And then when you're ready to inhale, coming up and opening to the side. Settling into the seat position. Keeping the pelvis mostly square to the right side now. Opening the front and the back of the body. And feeling how that makes space for the Udana current to rise. And when you're ready, straighten the front leg. Reach the left arm so it continues that same line. And then exhale into Viparita Virabhadrasana. One more inhale. And then exhale, wind the hands down and fold over the line of the front leg. Inhale, high plank. And exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale back through Adho Mukha. Come forward to the front of the mat for the Utkatasana sequence. When you're ready, inhale and reach. Pressing the shoulders forward. Letting the hips drop heavily even as the heart lifts toward the sky. One more inhale. And then exhale, twist to your left. Take the hands in prayer position or bring the right hand to the earth and reach the left hand straight to the sky. Gaze up. And breathe. One more inhale. And then exhale, look down. Inhale back up through center. Exhale, twist to the other side, to the right side, and reach. And it's totally fine to let your left knee go forward of your right knee, but try to keep the femur bones pointing straight ahead. So you keep drawing your right hip back, even as you press the left foot strongly into the earth. One more inhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale back up through center. We'll just do one inhale here, and then exhale, bring the hands back to the earth. Step to a high plank or give a little lift, and then exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through. Purvottanasana. Take the hands back. Press your tailbone forward. Inhale, lift. Spiral the legs internally. Let the head fall back if that's comfortable, or keep it lifted if it's not. Keep pressing your center of gravity forward. Lifting the heart high from beneath. One more inhale here. And exhale back to the earth. And then take the vinyasa however you like. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length. And exhale, come through to a seated position for Parigasana. So keep your left leg straight. Bend your right knee with the foot just on the inside of the left leg and reach the right arm skyward. Gaze skyward and breathe. Use the left hand pressing forward and down to keep your right sitting bone grounded. And every inhale, lift the breath from the earth and from the left foot up into the heart. As you exhale, let it radiate outward. One more inhale and exhale. Bring the right hand down and turn forward and take the vinyasa when you're ready. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha and exhale Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through. Second side, so right leg is straight. Bend the left knee. The right hand goes just to the inside of the right leg, down toward the ankle. And then inhale, lift the left hand high. Reach from the center of the heart outward through the arms to feel the sense of expansion, especially as you exhale, using the inhale to draw the breath up in the heart, using the exhale to spread it outward through the body and through the space that surrounds you. One more inhale and exhale. And inhale, turn forward. And exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, lift. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through to a seated position for Konasana. So open the legs so that the legs are more or less at 90 degrees from one another. Then reach the left hand toward the inner left ankle. Reach the right arm skyward just as before. And breathe. Using the left hand as you did in the previous forms to keep the right sitting bone grounded. Using the musculature just underneath the belly, pulling back and up to keep the tailbone heavy on the earth. One more. And bring the right hand down. Slide the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Inhale, reach the left hand high. Gaze up. And breathe. Deep rhythmic breath. Feel how much space is created in the heart by the repetition of this pattern. One more inhale and exhale. Bring the hands down, then take the hands back behind you. Keep the heart lifted and the chin down. Take a few breaths here. You can close the eyes or at least keep the gaze softly forward and down. And when you're ready, reach the hands forward. Inhale, roll the breath up the front of the spine, open the heart, lift the gaze. And then exhale, come down any amount. Inhale, let the breath roll through the spine again. Exhale, maybe settle a little deeper into the fold. And allow the legs, allow the femur bones to turn naturally with the cycles of the breath. So in other words, don't work against yourself as you're breathing here. Let there be some natural play in the pelvis. And then when you're ready, inhale, drag the hands back, bring the feet together, and then roll over your feet or lift and take the vinyasa. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to urdhva mukha, and exhale back, adha mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through to a seated position for kalasana. So step the right foot over the left knee, probably just a little below the left knee. Depends on your proportions, but you can play with it, but it's not tight. It's nice and open. And then take your left elbow to the outside of the knee, hold the left hand up or any other variation you prefer. Inhale, draw the breath from the pelvis all the way up to the heart. Exhale, open the heart wider and gaze back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the left knee and bring the left foot back by the right hip. Inhale, get length again, and exhale, turn and gaze back for the B variation. Using the inhales to lengthen and the exhales to deepen into the twist. Then inhale, look forward and release. And exhale, take the hands down. Step or hop back to a high plank. And exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to urdhva mukha. And exhale, adha mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through. Second side. So step the left foot just over and below the right knee. Inhale, pull back and up under the belly all the way to the heart. Exhale, turn and deepen into the twist. Keep the tailbone gently pressing forward here so that you sustain a slight posterior tilt in the pelvis. Keep hollowing out the front of the pelvis and lifting the belly with the musculature that lies beneath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the right knee, bringing the foot back by the hip. Inhale, get length again, and exhale, deepen into the twist. And here too, especially as you deepen into the twist, a slight posterior tilt in the pelvis to keep the sacroiliac joints spacious. One more. Inhale, look forward and release. And exhale, take the hands down. Step to a high plank. Inhale there and exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to urdhva mukha and exhale adha mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come through to a seated position for Harapidasana. Inhale, sitting up, and exhale, lie back. Inhale, lift the feet just slightly off the ground, and then as you exhale, bend your knees and draw the knees toward the chest so that your sacrum lifts just a little bit off the floor. So not super high like in shoulder stand, but just a little. Then inhale, straighten the legs again, low but without touching the floor. Then exhale, squeeze the knees toward the shoulders just as before. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. And then straighten the legs, bring the feet to the floor to sit up. And exhale, take the hands back. Inhale, lift to Purvottanasana. And exhale there. Inhale there. Then exhale, back down. Inhale, sitting up. And exhale, lie back. Inhale, lift the feet. Exhale, squeeze the knees to the chest. Inhale, open. Exhale, coil. Inhale, open. Exhale, coil. Inhale, open. Exhale, coil. Inhale, open. Exhale, coil. Then bring the feet to the floor to sit up and exhale. Inhale, lift to Purvottanasana and exhale there. Inhale there and exhale back down. Inhale, sitting up and exhale, lie back. Inhale, lift the feet once more. Exhale, squeeze in. One more round of Harapidasanas. Inhale, open and exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open, and exhale, in. Inhale, open, and exhale, in. Once more. Inhale, open, and exhale, in. And maybe we'll hold this one just for a moment or two to feel that activation of the musculature just below the belly, that Uddiyana Bandha musculature. And then we'll straighten the legs, bring the feet to the floor to sit up, take the hands back. Inhale, lift to Purvottanasana, and exhale there. Inhale there, and exhale back down. Inhale, sitting up, and exhale either through Chakrasana, or we'll just take a vinyasa from the front. So inhale, lift, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha and exhale Adho Mukha. Then inhale, high plank, and exhale to Chaturanga and all the way down. Now take your left hand, your left arm across the front of your mat so that you're holding your heart up nice and high. Reach back and catch the right foot on the inside with your thumb pointing up, and then push the foot back against the hand. Lift the hand high. Maybe you lift the right knee off the floor. Keep the toes of the left foot tucked under. Maybe you lift the left knee off the floor also. Keep the chin up. Gaze softly forward and down. Ardha Dhanurasana. One more. Inhale here. And then exhale, let the right knee descend. Bend the knee and press the foot toward the outside of your right hip. If possible, slide your fingers to the outside of the right foot so that your elbow is up over your wrist. Then reach from the roots of the navel back through the pubic bones and maybe even back through the right knee so that possibly your right leg lifts off the floor. The left knee is lifted again with the left toes tucked under. Ardha Bekasana. One more. And release. And then just switch hands. So bring your right arm out in front of you so that your heart is lifted. Catch the left foot on the inside with the thumb up. Push the foot back against the hand. Lift the heart. And breathe. One more inhale. And then soften and draw the foot toward the outside of the left hip, letting the left elbow come up. Press the foot down toward the outside of the hip. Reach from the roots of the navel back through the pubic bones, maybe lifting the left leg off the earth. One more inhale and exhale. Release to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha and exhale Adho Mukha. Inhale high plank and exhale down to Chaturanga and then all the way to the earth. Press the hips into the floor, scoot the rib cage forward so the belly is long. Bend your knees, catch your ankles or shins, keep your feet apart. Flex the ankles and push your heels toward the sky to come into Dhanurasana. So keep reaching here too, from the roots of the navel, back through the pubic bones and up. Even as you reach forward from the roots of the navel through the heart, so that the spine is drawing long in both directions. Keep narrowing the front of the pelvis, lifting the belly, and breathe. One more. And exhale. Release. Inhale, wave to Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length. Exhale, come forward to your knees. And then take your left leg straight out to the side for Parsva Ustrasana. So this is a side bend. Take your left hand to your left shin, or even to the earth just behind the leg, and then reach the right arm high and overhead, maybe even bringing it parallel to the earth. Pressing the right hip forward and breathe. And inhale, take that. Hand up and switching sides. Bring the right leg straight out to the side now. Take the right hand to the shin or maybe to the earth, and then reach the left arm over the line of the right leg. Maybe you're bringing it parallel to the floor. Gaze forward and breathe. Pressing your left hip forward. Keeping it way over to the left at the same time. One more. And inhale back up through center. And into Ustrasana. So inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. You can have blocks in your hands and put the blocks on the floor like that. Or if the heels feel close enough, put the palms on the backs of the heels. Maybe you even drop the head back if that's comfortable, but you can keep the chin lifted like this, gazing forward if that feels better too. So as you wish. And keep pressing the pelvis way forward. And breathe. One more. And inhale, coming up. And exhale, take the hands down, tuck the toes under, shift the weight back to bring the knees to the chest, just releasing the back of the spine. And then step to a high plank, inhale there, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale to Urdhva Mukha, and exhale back, Adho Mukha. Inhale, get length, and exhale, come through, and lie back for Setu Bandhasana Sarvangasana. So bend the knees, bring the feet just a touch wider than your pelvis, then lift the pelvis off the floor, interlace the fingers underneath you, pull your shoulder blades toward one another, and then use the strength of your legs to lift your pelvis high, but see if you can release the musculature on either side of the sacrum so that you're not squeezing the sacrum. Instead, you're using your quadriceps and indeed the hamstrings to lift the pelvis high without using the glutes much at all. So you're trying to find a feeling of the pubic bones just dropping toward the tailbone. And then you can come back down. Now you can repeat Setu Bandhasana Sarvangasana, the pose that we just did. You could just repeat that one a few times. Or if you want to come into full Urdhva we'll do that now. So when you're ready, set the hands, exhale to the top of the head. Keep your elbows no wider than your shoulders. And then when you're ready, straighten the arms to lift. And exhale, back down, maybe just to the top of your head. Walk the hands in a little. And as soon as you're ready to come into a third back bend, come on up into it. Exhale, go down, maybe just to the top of the head. One more. Whichever one you like. When you're ready, come up. And exhale. All the way back down. And then bend the knees, catch your shins, flex your ankles so that you come into Apanasana. So you're pulling the knees toward the shoulders, but without lifting your sacrum up off the floor. As if you were in a low squatting position, holding your shins with the hands. And then you've rolled over onto your back. And then straighten the legs out in front of you. And let's just stay supine for now. Put the palms flat on the floor and we'll go into Tadigi Mudra. So of course we sometimes take Paschimottanasana there, but let's use our time instead to explore Tadigi Mudra. So hollow out from the pelvis to the undersurface of the diaphragm by making the back of the spine long. So you feel a sense of emptiness there in the belly, and then breathe into that empty space with deep rhythmic breath. One more full breath here. Exhale all the way to empty, then initiate the lift of the feet. Bring the feet straight up over the pelvis. And you might stay just here in Viparita Karani. You could stay here until we do the fish pose if you like. Or you could kick your hips up into your hands like this, so that the spine is at about 45 degrees from the earth. Or you could kick the hips even higher if you know Sarvangasana and you already practice it. Then lift your hips high over your shoulders. And breathe. One more full breath here. And then bring the feet overhead, interlace your fingers. Maybe you can bring the feet all the way to the floor and then draw your shoulders even closer together underneath you. Point your toes back, lift your sitting bones high, and get long through the lower spine, long through the belly. So you're not coiled so much here, but you're more in a piked position. Long through the cervical spine. And then release the hands, put them flat on the floor, and slowly roll the spine back down. Once your sacrum touches the floor and the feet come over the hips, pause in Viparita Karani. And then catch the backs of the legs with the hands. Bring your feet all the way to the floor. Press the elbows down. Look up towards your toes. Scoot your sitting bones back. Then arch the back and come to the crown of the head for the fish pose. And then turn your hands, turn the palms up with the fingers out. Roll the shoulders back. So that you're lifting the heart with the shoulder blades. Release all the tension from the back of the palate and from the face so that the mind melts and pours through the crown of the head into the earth. And then catch the backs of the legs with the hands. Press the elbows into the floor, look up towards your toes, and then open your feet a little wider than your hips. And lie back into Savasana. Maybe draw your shoulder blades down so that the fronts of the shoulders can draw back. And then if you need to scoot the pelvis a little further forward, if there's too much curve in the lumbar spine, then do that. And feel all the movement in the heart. Feel that sense of openness and spaciousness. And how precious that is. A sense of openness to the world. Openness to difficulty. Openness to the self. Openness to the other. And let yourself rest in that openness. As the body melts back into the earth.